897th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy-ho, Degenerinos. Welcome to episode 897 of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to the coolest 7-year-old in the world, Jack. Happy birthday, Jack. I know you're watching and/or probably both watching and listening, and I'm sure all your grade 2 classmates are as well. So I hope Jack has a good birthday, him and all his GOAT friends. And all of you are invited as well to this episode because it's the second half of our UFC Shanghai breakdown. Yesterday was pretty much a team ride. Gummy went on one extra dog over me, which isn't surprising. Who am I? I used to be Jeff Chalks. I am now known as Jeff the Killbilly Fox. Even though a lot of people are still calling me the whiny Canadian liberal. I don't know if that's
I think that's going to stick, man. I think it's going to
I don't know if that's a nickname at this point or if it's just people just trying to describe me. But that voice you heard, that's Daniel Gumby Vreeland. We are doing the second half of UFC Fight Night, Walker versus Zhang. So we got 5 fights. We did 7 fights yesterday. We didn't really have time yesterday to talk Contender Series. Anything you want to talk about Contender Series? You went 3-2, so now you're 5-5 on the year. But I take it you didn't make any money because the 3 you had pretty wide odds,
pretty big favorites. Yeah. So, still doing well on the non-UFC MMA. Kicking right around 30 units on the year. Fun event though because the guys who Ramiro Herman. Man, you messed up his name when we were breaking it down.
I did.
Ramiro Jimenez and Jose Delgado were both absolutely filthy. They were the 2 I was most excited about. They definitely delivered. Both of them very exciting to see in the UFC. And apparently the matchmakers agreed with me on Jose Delgado because they said they feel like he could fight anybody in the division right now and make it competitive. I don't necessarily disagree the way he was picking apart Exposito. He putting up 150 strikes and not even looking. He didn't even look tired. He didn't even look tired at the end of that. He landed 149 significant strikes. That's a significant strike every 6 seconds of the fight. That's crazy.
Yep. Looked really good. So definitely a fun week of Dana White Contender Series. Going to get better every week. The picks and the fights in the cage hopefully will continue to get better as well. So we'll have our next episode very shortly on that. I guess next
later
week
today.
Oh yes, later today. Really? Yes. No, it's not. We're not dropping. Yeah, we are. Yeah. See, I'm planning things far ahead, but yes, it's true. We will drop one later today for week 3. But today's all about the UFC, so we're going to dive into that in 1 second after I let you know that Sports Gambling Podcast, the mothership, is giving away a $1,000 circa NFL future bet with a phrase that pays. You can submit your phrase now at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase, PHRASE. Don't worry, I am ready for Contender Series. I do have everything ready. I just forgot that was coming up today already. Today is Thursday. All right, let's go into the main card of UFC Fight Night, Walker versus Zhang, Shanghai, China. Boy, oh boy. This coming Saturday, 6 a.m. start time for the main card, ESPN Plus, Shanghai Indoor Stadium. Anything you want to say about the main card? You just want to dive into it?
We can just dive in. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun card.
Let's do it. We're starting off with 170s. Taiyilake, Nueraji. He is from China. Kiefer Crosbie from Ireland. They're fighting at 170, like I said. We'll tell you about Crosbie first. BDK is the nickname. Did we ever determine what that means?
I don't believe so, no.
All right. Do we really care? No, not really. I'm guessing the K is Kiefer, but who's to say? He's 10-5. 5 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted 3 times. 0-2 in the UFC. He's lost 2 straight. Before that, he won 2 straight. Before that, he lost 2 straight. So he's bound for a 2-fight win streak now. Past 2 wins have come via submission. He's not fought in over a year, July 2024. He's not won since April 2023. 4-3 in Bellator, RIP. He's fought at 160. He has been okay on the feet in the UFC. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.3 strikes per minute. He's at plus 372. Super Saiyan is Nueraji. 11-1 with 1 no contest, 10 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been knocked out once. He owes his rounds. Short notice debut in the UFC. He's won 5 straight fights. He's not fought since last August 2024. He's not lost, though, since December 2021. He went 1-0 on the road to UFC. 3 inches taller than Crosbie, 5 inches of reach advantage, 11 years younger. He's He's more active landing strikes. He's outstruck his one opponent that we have stats for by 2.62 strikes per minute. Minus 385. I always kick off the main card. I tried. Like I don't want to take a short notice debuting guy at this number. I tried, but watching the film, it's like he hit hard, as Jeff likes to say to break down fights. But yeah, Nueraji just hits super, super hard, and he's so big for the weight class, so much bigger than Crosbie, so much younger as well. Not the greatest competition. He hasn't fought the greatest competition, but Crosbie lost 3 fights in Bellator, so it's not like he's a stud either, and he has not looked really good.
Didn't he get tapped by Georgi Kiarkian though? That's a pretty good loss.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. I think it was an arm triangle, which Kiarkian's pretty good at. Shout out to the Army. Ryan H.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, Ryan H. I'll go against my best judgment. I'll take the show notice debuting fighter at a big number.
Yeah, I think they had him queued up for a showcase fight on Road to the UFC anyway. So I think he was like already in a training camp. Yeah. And then when they needed a guy, they're like, oh, he can just fight over here and fight Kiefer Crosbie. And like, no offense to Kiefer Crosbie, but you're right. He's been manhandled in the UFC so far, not even necessarily against great competition. And then you go back and you watch, I'm not even going to try to say his name, Nueraji. You go back and you watch him fight in his Road to the UFC fight, and man, he's doing damage with the hands.
Yes.
And like he's done that all along. I will say I'm not in on the money line here. I wouldn't be even slightly interested in it because, like you said, the level of competition is just so low for him. And Kiefer Crosbie will be a big step up. But I still think, just with the way he hits and the striking defense of Crosbie, I think this is his.
Yeah, it's definitely his toughest opponent for sure. But yeah, you can see watching film of him, he seems to hit differently. People seem to react differently when they get hit by him. Like even his jabs, they seem to really do some damage. So yeah, let's go with Nueraji. Hopefully he is a fun new prospect at welterweight for us. All right, we're going to 125 now. Another Chinese fighter, Sumudaerji. He's fighting Kevin Borjas from Peru. Flyweights. We like our flyweights. Borjas is El Gallo Negro, which of course is black dick, right, Gumby?
It's not that.
Oh no, okay. Oh right, rooster, the black rooster. No, black cock. That's a joke. I butchered the joke. The black cock. No, he's the black rooster. I'll just move on. 10-3.
Did you dedicate this episode? Did you dedicate this episode to my child?
No, it was an anonymous person named Jack. I don't dox anyone. And yeah, for sure he watches too. The black cock, the black rooster is 10-3, 8 knockouts. He's been knocked out once, submitted once, 1-2 in the UFC. He's won 1 of 3 and 5 of 7. Did win his last fight, 1-0 in Contender Series. Regional champ. He's fighting at 135, a year younger than Sumudaerji, more active landing strikes. He has been outstruck though for the fights we have stats for by 0.89 strikes per minute plus 150. The Tibetan Eagle, Sumudaerji, is 17-7, 13 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been submitted 6 times. 4-4 in the UFC. He's won 1 of 4, 4 of 7. He did win his last fight. He's fed at 135, 3 inches taller than Borjas, 4 inches reach advantage over him. Better striking stats, better grappling stats, and he's outstruck his opponents by 1.77 strikes per minute, minus 155. Gumby's turn.
I'm going Kevin Borjas.
No, I really don't know why though. It seems a lot of people are.
Do you want to know
vibes for me or what it is? But I'm taking them.
Well, and you know what it is for me let's take what we know about Sumudaerji and what we've seen in his fights, and it's largely that he's a big dude for the division, like real big, and by the middle of the second round, he's cooked, like he's tired. And like look at the Matt Schnell fight. He was beating the ever-loving hell out of Matt Schnell and somehow found himself submitted in that fight, right? Like somehow ran out of gas enough that Matt Schnell just obliterated him by the end. Like I can't believe Matt Schnell could still breathe by the end of it. Never mind put together a finish, but that's just how cooked Sumudaerji was. And look, you could say a similar thing about when he fought Tim Elliott. And granted that loss seems to age well, but like he was really tired at the end of that fight with Tim Elliott, just gives up a submission. And if there's one thing you have to say about Kevin Borjas, it's that his cardio is incredible. Like go back to his fight on Contender Series and watch how he wins that fight, gives up a couple of takedowns in the first round, and then just puts it on the dude in the second and the third. So like for me, he's the perfect kind of guy to try to beat Sumudaerji. Like he gets better as the fight goes on. He's durable as hell. He's just maybe got to survive an early onslaught, but also with the way that he pressures and hits to the body, he might have Sumudaerji tired in 3.5 minutes. So I'm going to take Kevin Borjas in this one.
That's what I was going to say. Body blows. He's fighting a big, tall guy. Definitely work the body on him, and especially a guy with questionable cardio. So Borjas, work the body, outpace him, and get us some plus money here. Okay. All right. We got it all figured out for you. All right. Before we give you more winning plays, it's MyBookie time. We're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet in every sport, including MLB, as they're coming down the stretch there. WNBA, golf, and of course, football futures. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations. They have easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Get all our UFC Shanghai lines over at MyBookie. And when you do head to MyBookie.ag, use our promo code MMASGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500. So terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code MMASGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. NFL is back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm was 76-66 against the spread and 22-19 on over-unders. But they really shined on player props. For instance, 13-5 on Tariq Hill props, which is a 31% return on investment. Rhythm also has MLB, WNBA, golf, and college football. Go to the site today and start building your NFL models for week 1. Do you have any words of advice for people regarding Rhythm or NFL or anything, Gubby?
Yeah, I think I can't believe I'm about to say these words. I think I'm just going to take the Jets on the money line in week 1.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but like, hey, Justin Fields looks great in preseason. The Steelers are they really going to go with Aaron Rodgers and his like old ass at quarterback? Like they just might. And if that's the case, I think I want the Jets. Give me the Jets as, underdogs.
But does Rhythm agree with you, Gumby? Have you checked this out with them yet?
I haven't double checked on. I'm too deep in the WNBA.
It's true.
You're not. The ad reads aren't letting me drop my WNBA knowledge anymore. So,
I know it's true.
I gotta catch up on the football stuff.
Yeah. All right. You can check out WNBA football, anything you like over at Rhythm. We'll let you check it out 7 days for free by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm, RITHMM. And of course, check out sportsgamblingpodcast.com for my daily WNBA picks. And Gumby, I see, sneaks some WNBA plays in on your underdog plays too.
Yeah, we got camera break under.
Of course, that is the way. If it's not blocks, then you got to take the under. All right, we're ready. Third from the top. It's heavyweights. Hooray! Sergei Pavlovich from Russia. That was the sarcastic hooray, but because Waldo Cortes-Acosta is in the fight. I think we hate him more than we should, but we're not a fan. He is from the Dominican, is he not? Yes.
I just don't think he's good.
No, exactly. And he keeps proving us wrong, which makes us angry. I think that's the issue.
I don't know if I've ever picked him.
No, I don't know if I have either.
No, I had to have picked him against like one of those terrible dudes he beat to start.
He fought all the bottom feeders, but now he's moving way up. That's for sure. Pavlovich is a big step up. Let's tell you about Salsa Boy first. Cortes-Acosta, 14-1, 6 knockouts, 1 submission. He's never been finished. He's 7-1 in the UFC. He's won 5 straight fights. He's not lost since April 2023. 1-0 Contender Series, LFA champ. 1-0 Bellator, RIP. 6-4 as a pro boxer. He's 16 pounds heavier than Pavlovich based off their last weigh-ins. He's an inch taller. Better striking stats, more active landing strikes, and he's outstruck his opponents in the UFC and the Contender Series by 2.55 strikes per minute. So very good number there. Plus 209. Pavlovich, 19-3 with 15 knockouts. He's been knocked out twice. 7-3 in the UFC. He's won 1 of 3, 7 of 9. He won his last fight. Regional champ, 2014 Pro MMA debut. A Sonda champion as well. 6-inch reach over Cortes-Acosta because he has the highest gorilla factor or something in the UFC. He's got the highest differential between his arms and his height. Yeah, so he's got half a foot of reach. He should be in the NBA. He's outstruck his once by 0.73 strikes per minute, minus 215. Got to go Pavlovich, man. There's levels, Gumby. There's levels here. Pavlovich is on a different level. He should just destroy him on the feet, should he not? Yeah. We're not going to get. He's not going to. Salsa Boy's not going to dance all over us again here. Our pick, is he?
His reach is 9 inches longer than his height, which is pretty nuts. I'm just going to add that in there. Some of that is the fact that he's got a really broad chest and they measure fingertip to fingertip, but still, that's crazy. Now, I'm going to go Pavlovich too. To your point, the Salsa Boy, whatever we're
sounds so funny. That sounds
whatever
so
we're calling this run that he's on, where he like continuously proves us like a little bit wrong. Like he lands enough on the feet, although it doesn't seem like for everything that he is, he's super dangerous, right?
No.
And then when you add in too that like he's beaten one guy who you would call like a striker, right? Like the only person he beat was Robelis Despaigne, and he just took him down because Robelis Despaigne sucks on the takedown and now fights for karate combat. And like he's fighting Sam Alvey next. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, we'll never die in MMA. Oh boy, that could get ugly, Gumby.
It's gonna be fun. I might tune in for that even. But yeah, no. So like the only striker he's ever beaten was Robelis Despaigne, and he did it by taking him down. So like he's gonna have to stand and throw with Pavlovich because he's not gonna take him down. You know, he's at a massive reach disadvantage. He's at a massive power disadvantage. Like, and I have to imagine that Pavlovich comes with more pressure than he did in his loss. Was it Volkov who beat him? That was like kind of disappointing, where he just like didn't put his foot on the gas enough early on, wasn't aggressive enough. Like I think he's learned his lesson from that. So I think you're going to see Pavlovich land here. You know, he's super strong. I think he's going to get after it. To your point, I think there's levels to striking. I haven't seen enough from Waldo Cortes-Acosta yet that like really gives me faith that he could beat like a high level striker.
Yeah, he's not dangerous enough on the feet. Like we said, he is the only people he has finished in the UFC are Ryan Spann, who is coming up to heavyweight and looked really horrible, and Lucas Brzeski, who
isn't a heavyweight either. Yeah,
exactly. That's right.
That's a pair of light heavyweights he knocked out. You know.
Yeah,
and Pavlovich is
definitely
freaking huge.
Yep, he's huge. So I think he's going to batter Cortes-Acosta on the feet. Maybe more on that later. We'll see. All right, co-main event. I think I already know who Gummy's going to pick. There's certain fighters he always picks. We'll see.
I think you're wrong about your prediction.
Oh, good. Brian Ortega versus Aljamain Sterling. They're at featherweight. Co-main event. Should be a good one. Would have been a better one a few years ago, but nonetheless. Ortega is T-City, 16-4 with 1 no contest, 3 knockouts, 8 submissions. He's been knocked out twice. 8-4 with 1 no contest in the UFC. He's won 1 of 4 and 2 of 6. He did lose his last fight. He also failed a drug test. I think that's where the no contest stems from. Multiple region championships on his
mantle.
Right. Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. 2010 pro MMA debut. And then Sheldon Sterling, 2 years younger. He's been outstruck in the UFC by 2.51 strikes per minute, plus 230. Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling, 24-5, 3 knockouts, 8 submissions. He's been knocked out twice. 16-5 in the UFC, and the former, as I punch my mic, former bantamweight champion of the world. Lost over his last 3, 10-2 over his last 12. He used, like I said, used to fight a bantamweight. He also has multiple region championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Please go to our store. After all these multiple region championships I've said, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. Even you, sexy piano lady, 2011 pro MMA debut for Sterling. 3-1 as a pro grappler, 2-inch reach advantage over Ortega. Better striking stats, more active landing strikes than Ortega. And he's outstruck his opponents by 2.2 strikes per minute, so almost the opposite of Ortega. Minus 260. So you're not taking Ortega? You've given up on him finally?
It's not that I've given up on him. You forget that I'm a big Aljamain Sterling fan. I might be the only one out there in the whole world. But
I like him. He's great.
I've always been a huge Funkmaster fan. And the reason is real simple. It's like his grappling is next level, right? Like he continues to be one of the best wrestler grapplers out there. And does he have to, hone some of the other stuff in order to make himself complete and possibly be a threat at featherweight? Yeah, for sure. But like, I mean, that's how he got to the belt, right? Like he fought Piotr Jan, and one time he, stood in an illegal position and got kneed in the head. And then the other time he out-grappled him. He outworked him. He and his work rate is really great too. So I love that about Aljamain Sterling. And like all those other times where I've gone T-City, which by the way, I had him on the upset of Yair Rodriguez. Both times, one time freak accident, second time the right thing happened. But like, I've always been a T-City fan too, but like my usual path to saying, hey, pick T-City is, well, he could grapple this guy and you're not ready for it, but like he could probably out grapple Yair Rodriguez and nobody's ready for it. And that's what he did. Is he going to out grapple Aljamain Sterling? No. He's not going to out wrestle Aljamain Sterling. He's not going to out jiu-jitsu Aljamain Sterling. Like Aljamain Sterling made Corey Sandhagen look like a fool on the mat, like an absolute fool on the mat. And that's the level we're talking about here. in terms of, because like, what did Umar Nurmagomedov do against Corey Sandhagen on the mat? You know, he took his back a couple of times and then got into that weird position where Corey Sandhagen was holding onto his toes and he couldn't get his back control back. And like, it was just weird. But like anytime Sandhagen, when he was fighting Aljo, he just got backpacked and choked. So like the level that Aljamain Sterling brings here is too high. I think in addition to that, he's probably a better striker than Ortega. So yeah, I'm on Aljamain Sterling here.
Yeah, as am I, as you probably could already tell. Yeah, his striking and the way he can get people's backs, like so quick too, grabbing people's backs. The only concern is he is talking about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and career is ending very soon.
He's 36 and in one of the lighter weight classes. Like if he was still talking about a title run at this point in time, would we hate on him the same way we were hating on Chris Weidman? You know, like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, like, so like people are going to ask him the question about where he is in his career. I'd almost rather he be realistic with it.
Yeah, it's true. It's not like Brian Ortega's this young pop.
No, only 2 years.
Bunch of runway in front of him either. Yeah, he's 34 or something. So yeah, Sterling is the obvious pick for me as well. All right, before we get to the main event and our fancy plays, I need to tell you. I wanted to tell you about Circa Million, Circa Survivor. I want to tell you because you can win a lot of money here. The world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Circa Million, Circa Survivor, Circa Gradissimo, with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true degen if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with SGPN at the Circa contest weekend, which is going on right now, today, August 21st to the 23rd, for an amazing weekend, including live shows and open bars. Plus, you get 15% off a stay at the Circa with promo code SGP15. The contest is open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. And I got to tell you about Rhythm, because the NFL is back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm was 76-66 against the spread and 22. Actually, I already told you about Rhythm. Last ad read, did I not? Yes. I've got to tell you about Underdog is what I got to tell you about.
I had the graphic right, by the way. I had the graphic.
There you go. Good. Yeah, I'm reading the ad read off the computer today. That's why I screwed up. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Gumby always has a winning play for you.
Yeah, so Thursday we got the Red Sox and the Yankees, which of course is a fun rivalry. Lucas Giolito on the bump. Looked a little bit better last time out. Only allowed one run over, I think it was 6 innings. He picked up 5 strikeouts, so we're going to take the higher than on his strikeouts. The Yankees love to swing and miss. Give me the higher than Lucas Giolito strikeouts.
There you go. Another strikeout prop from Gumby. Plus, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. Back to Shanghai we go. Main event time. Light heavyweights, Johnny Walker, Brazil. Mingyang Zhang from China. 5-5-minute rounds if they need it. Hint, spoiler, I don't think they will at 205. Walker first is 21-9 with 1 no contest, 16 knockouts, 3 submissions, but knocked out 6 times, submitted once, 7-6 with 1 no contest in the UFC. He's lost 2 straight. Before that, he went 3-2 with 1 no contest. Past 2 losses via knockout. He's not fought in over a year. Probably good since he's getting knocked out. He last fought June 2024. He's not won since May 2023. 1-0 contender series, multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch, sportsgamblingpogus.com/store. He's fought up at heavyweight, 2013 pro MMA debut. He's way bigger than Zhang, which is hard to be, but he is. 4 inches taller, 7-inch reach advantage. He's got better grappling stats. The guy really grapples, so he's outstruck his opponents by 0.75 strikes per minute, plus 281. Mountain Tiger is Zhang. Or Zhang, I guess. 19-6, 13 knockouts, 6 submissions. He's finished everyone. He's been knocked out 3 times, submitted twice. He owes his rounds. 3-0 in the UFC, 1-0 road to UFC. He's a regional champ. He's fed at 185 and heavyweight. 2014 pro MMA debut. Sonda champion. 6 years younger than Walker. Better striking stats, twice more active lightning strikes. He's outstruck his opponents in the 4 fights we have stats for by 6.36 strikes per minute, minus 302. Obviously, it's Zhang here. He's going to knock out Walker. That number isn't even good enough to play either. That's a thing. So the books even know how this one's going to end. yeah, he's going to batter him. This is they're setting him up because they're trying to fast play him towards the title shot, I guess.
I'm all about it. I got that Zhang Mingyang future that we talked about at the New Year. Right. So yeah, I'm fine if they want to fast track him for one in December if you want to make that happen. But yeah, like the bottom line is that like, look, Johnny Walker continues to be weird as hell on the feet, but not in the way that like Tim Elliott's weird as hell on the feet. Right? Tim Elliott gives you weird angles and he's hard to hit. Johnny Walker is perplexing in the way that he allows you to hit him. You know, like he's so unelusive, if that's a word, that Jamal Hill was able to find him very easily and like catapult his own career, right? And as we've seen time and time again with Jamal Hill since then, when he's in there with a guy who has any striking defense, he suffers. And like, you know, for me, Zhang Mingyang, you know, a surgeon on the feet, picks people apart, has that killer instinct, and he's going to be up against the guy who blocks punches with his face. So, yeah, I'm going to take Zhang Mingyang as well.
Yep. Blocking punches with his face. That's perfect as summation of Johnny Walker at this point. Actually, his first name's Walker. Do you know that? He's really Walker, Johnny, and then a bunch of other names.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yep. All right. We both have Zhang. We both have Sterling. We both have Pavlovich. Oh, Mo. Oh, no. I almost gave you Cortes-Acosta. We both have Pavlovich, obviously. Both have Borjas. Both have Nueraji. We have
almost a team.
A team ride, that means. Yeah. All right. We got locks. We got dogs. We got props. We got Hungry Man Zhang something. And I think it's your turn to kick things off with a lock.
Sure. Let's do this together. Why don't we both take Saltabaldiev as our locks? Yes. Yeah. I mean, like, Saltabaldiev, I think has a huge grappling advantage. I think he's got a striking advantage. I think he's got a composure advantage. Saltabaldiev is my lock of the week.
Me too. Minus 140.
Do you want to do dogs together too? Because I think we're both going to do Kevin Borjas.
Yeah, there's not too many dogs for me, but so yes.
Yeah, and we agreed on 2 of the 3 I took. But yeah, Kevin Borjas. You know, listen back to a little bit in the show for why we both liked him. And then you just said, so I don't think you're going to do the prop with me because you just said you didn't like it. But I'm going to take Zhang Mingyang. I'm going to take Zhang Mingyang not just by knockout, but I'm going to take him by knockout in the first.
Okay.
So I saw him by knockout in the first at -105. I don't think it'll take him long to get Johnny Walker out there. It's Johnny Walker, right? He blocks punches with his face. So I'll take Zhang knockout first round, almost even money.
I got a knockout prop too, but for a better number, Pavlovich knockout plus 108.
Pav, okay.
So it's salsa boy hate, more salsa boy hate here, but yeah, as we said, I think he's going to batter him on the feet, and he knocks people out. So I think he has a good shot here. So Saltabaldiev, Borjas, locks, dogs, Zhang knockout first round, Pavlovich knockout anytime. All right, Hungry Man Zhang, what?
We're just going to go with the parlay. Not a lot of props I liked on this one. You know, I think we talked about a lot of these guys. This guy's tough and that guy's tough. And, you know, the lines are close and stuff. So I settled on 2. The first one I'm going to take the KO prop on Gage Young. You know, that's a closely lined fight. But I really think that guy's being sold short on the fact that, you know, he took a couple of tough losses against really tough opponents, got tons of knockouts on his record, plus 300 right now for him to get a knockout. And it's like, what is it? Like 6 of his 8 wins have come that way. Like, you know, 75% likelihood, you know, in the past. I'll take it again at 3-1. And I'm going to pair that with Kevin Borjas by knockout. Another guy who's racked up a ton of knockouts. And again, if we think that Sumudaerji is going to run out of gas, it's not going to be a submission for Borjas at the end, right? Like that dude doesn't dig for submission, but I could see a standing TKO or even just like, you know, hurting him to the body and getting him to crumble that way. And Borjas by knockout right now is plus 425. So if we put Young and Borjas's KO props together, you're going to get 20-1.
All right. I like it. 20-1. All right. You're set. Young and Borjas knockouts. You're set for everything now. You can talk more with us in the Discord and all our friends, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. On the YouTube, thanks for subscribing, MMA Gambling Podcast. On the Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gamble Responsibly, and I'm at Jeff Fox Writer. At Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram as well. Now we told you who's going to win and how. You can go win my free pick'em contest, UFC pick'em contest at moneymma.substack.com. Listen to Gummy's other podcast, Top Turtle MMA, where his interview subjects watch and or listen to this show here that you're watching? Who's on it this week?
Yeah, Gage Young is on the show, and then the guy who listened to us once in a while, Street Buddha, Don Bar fan, who is fighting on Road to the UFC on Friday morning.
So check out Top Turtle. Of course, check us out at sportsgamblingpockets.com. Gumby and I have articles all over that place every day. sportsgamblingpockets.com/store, sportsgamblingpockets.com/Patreon. Gumby will bid you farewell, but not for long. We'll get me back real soon.
All right, I'm Dana Gumby Freeland. He's the salsa boy, Jeff Fox, and we will see you in a couple minutes.